Lydia Serrani, and former New York City mayoral candidate and founder of the Guardian Angels, Curtis Sliwa, who very appropriately dressed both in red today. We appreciate your spirit. All right, Curtis, I'm going to start with you. You know, we've seen Christie go this route before. We know that he is a very outspoken gentleman. We know that he and former President Trump tend to butt heads, to put it mildly. How do you think it's going to play out?
Shamu El Jefe, Chris Christie. He's like Orca, the killer whale. That's his only purpose in being in this race. He won't even make it past New Hampshire. He just wants to deliver a knockout to Trump. This is a blood feud. This is a vendetta. He has no hope of winning the Republican presidential nomination. So this is just, he's trying to settle all scores.
Lydia, what do you make of this?
I echo that sentiment. I was working at Fox 5 here in New York City when the whole Bridgegate scandal. We still don't know everything that went on there. I'm sure David Wildstein, he could fill us in.
He was here with us. Yeah, he was here with us earlier.
So I remember I've interviewed him. He was on my radio show. This swamp, there's so many layers. It is so, so deep. Have they found the phone yet? Have they found Chris Christie's phone yet?
Apparently he doesn't use a phone.
That's courtesy of Christopher Wray. Christopher Wray is the FBI director. He was the personal attorney for Christie. He recommended Christopher Wray to Trump to replace Comey.
Right. All right. We're going to move on now, but we want you to take a look at this.
It is my vision to take the next step to this, to go to the faith-based locales, and then move to private residence. There are residents who are suffering right now because of economic challenges. They have spare rooms, they have locales, and if we can find a way to get over the 30-day rule and other rules that government has in its place.
Well, it's finally come to this. Looking for an answer to the migrant crisis, when we see their New York City Mayor Eric Adams is floating the idea of maybe, I don't know, housing these people in private residences. What could possibly go wrong, Curtis?
He mentioned that briefly, a 30-day rule, if we can get over it. 30 days, you're in one spot, you can be illegal, you're a resident. Now you got to go to tenant-landlord court to extract them. So this is another fake, phony, fraudulent, fugazi scheme of the mayor who just needs to say, stay on the bus, we're going to give you a box lunch, you're going back to D.C., courtesy of Joe Biden and Vice President Harris. This is nuts.
Yeah. I just got off the phone with Robert De Niro. He says he's going to have them bust into his house. Madonna, right? These people with these palatial condos and apartments. What about Joy Reid, Joy Behar,
sure,
right?
They got the space, right?
Exactly. They call Trump a racist. Come on in, bring them on in. But no, of course, they'll say, not in my backyard. And, you know, if we had said this, like, say, I don't know, maybe even a month ago that, hey, watch out, they're going to move in the illegals into your rooms, they would have said you're a liar, you're a conspiracy theorist, you're just trying to, you know, flare up the base.
Fearmonger.
Fearmonger. And look, here we are right again. They literally want to move them into our homes, Curtis.
Yeah, well, follow the money.
But he's got a lot of cats.
Right, with Eric Adams, always follow the money. There's so many kickbacks here. And remember, the goal is they're here, they drop an anchor baby, they're here permanently, soon they vote. They'll always remember Eric Adams. They'll be on the picture on the wall next to Jesus Christ and the Lady of Guadalupe. And they'll vote Democrat till the day they die. That's the scheme in all of this.
So votes and money.
That's right.
Well, the hotels, the city hotels, they get, what, $300 a day? That's why he wants to put them in the houses of worship, because then it's just $80, $90. He wants to pay private residents $100. So how much of a percentage is he getting? Follow the money.
How many people do you think will take him up on this offer and take the money?
Well, like Joy Reid, she better get up. She better open that door.
Yeah,
all these people.
Know.
Sunny Hostin. Who else, Curtis? You know them all. Gracie Mansion. There's plenty of room there, too.
There are some do-gooders out there who will do this, and they'll regret it because these illegals haven't been vetted out. They haven't even been given the shots. Nothing. Yeah. Right. You got to be a sucker to do this.
All right.
You really do.
Yeah. Well, all right. We're going to leave it there. Always a really boring conversation when Curtis and Lydia are here with us.